Our region's business is sponsored by PNC for the achiever in you.
Waste management might seem like a simple enough industry. Put your trash in the dumpster or the recycling bin and pay somebody to haul it away. But therein, a company right here in our region saw an opportunity. Sequoia Waste Solutions set up shop 5 years ago to manage a company's trash and recycling services. And today, Sequoia serves clients at more than 1,000 locations in 36 states, saving them money all along the way. Charlie Dolan is CEO of Sequoia Waste Solutions, and welcome. Good to have you here.
Hi, Bill.
So, waste collection's been around forever. It'll be around forever. Well, how did you see an opportunity in garbage?
Absolutely. Well, after doing a little bit of a study on it, uncovered that about 70% of the material that makes it to a landfill is generated by businesses. But businesses typically only spend about 5% or less of their budget on trash. So there seemed to be a lot of opportunity there in terms of the volume of material and the fact that it might be flying under the radar for a lot of these businesses. So add to that, the industry is historically very low tech. The technology that is developed is meant for the hauler or for the waste person picking it up, but it isn't really given to the consumer, the person who's generating it. And in this case, a consumer in my sense kind of means more of a business. So the business is dealing with invoices and contracts and paper-based things, and information is really scarce for them. So what I do is I help businesses reduce costs on that waste expense, and I also digitize and make accessible a lot of the information that's really flying by under that radar on those pieces of paper, and then make sense out of it so that they can make improvements, increase their sustainability levels, and save money while doing it.
So what kind of information can you find in the garbage when you bring IT to bear in this?
So there's actually a ton of information out there. So now what we're taking is basically stuff that goes by every single month on the invoices. So when was there maybe an overage yard, kind of like how your cell phone bill would have an overage. Well, if you put too much garbage on the bin, you're going to get charged extra on that. So there can be cost savings in there where that overage is more expensive than just maybe adding a pickup day. Or if you're not filling the bin up all the way, maybe reducing a pickup day. And those are sort of the simple things that people have been doing for a long time. What we're now looking at is doing that at a much larger scale in a very efficient way. So what I can do is more impactful for businesses because I can provide a much greater level of reporting because I'm taking these inputs of pieces of paper, I'm digitizing them, I'm using computers to read all the line items, check those against contracts and that kind of thing. And then I'm also making decisions when increase the complexity and maybe say that you have about 30 or 40 or even 100 or more locations. How do you make improvements on something that's so large, but also not necessarily top of mind for the people inside the operations facility at a company? They're more worried about, well, you know, my gas lines are broken, my water's having issues, that kind of thing. So
yeah, this is off the radar screen. This is just something that nobody has time to pay a lot of attention to.
Absolutely. So we're taking a lot of technology, we're aggregating this data, and we're making it very scalable and repeatable for businesses to understand what's going on with their trash and then make improvements based upon it.
So the bottom line, does it flow to the bottom line? Are you able to save your clients money when you do this?
Absolutely. So on average, we save people at least 15%. I mean, even this morning I was working with a group of dentist office and other in organizations such as that, and their bill was about $4,000 a month. It really should only be about $550. But it runs over so much time. These price increases and stuff start to notch up. We get involved, we do the math, we understand the problem, we get in there and we can make these negotiations happen with the waste haulers. That's the easiest sort of level that you can operate in our industry, and we're using the data that we have collected to be able to go back to these service providers and say, I know what your margins are going to be, I understand how you're going to price this, and I can make a fair margin for you and an acceptable price for the customer and make it all work out better. Past that, what we're looking at is, okay, apartment buildings are huge right now. You know, that's a huge construction area. How do you get the exact level of service for an apartment building based upon the building? You know, okay, it's 300 units, it has these sort of amenities, it has the ability for a trash chute, and get involved really early and make impactful recycling programs to help these buildings meet the certifications that they want to have from the outset. So you're not really going into an existing situation where it might not be ideal to be able to make the diversion programs that you want. But from the outset, getting involved with the engineers, the architects, to be able to say, this is the optimal waste and recycling management program for this type of building, given the investment that you want to make in this, and maybe your LEED certification, what have you, your zero waste program, and get that all set up from the onset.
Wow, I mean, it sounds amazing. Are there many competitors out there in the country doing what you're doing right now?
There are. So we don't actually own trucks, we don't own landfills. So Waste Management's not really our competitor. They're more of our service provider. They're our vendor for the end user. the people in our industry that would be competitors to us are not necessarily working on the same level of technology and have the same approach that we do. Where we're really unique is being able to take these data sources, make predictions based upon them, take those predictions to companies like Waste Management, get a fair price for it, but also stay very independent in that way. So we're leveraging this technology. We're looking at technologies that go on the bin to make that more of an information gathering source rather than just kind of a telephone game and a fight between the hauler as to whether or not they picked up the garbage, and see where we can take that kind of stuff.
Pretty exciting stuff. Great to see it happening right here out of our region. If somebody wants to find you, I assume you have a website.
Absolutely. SequoiaWaste.com. It's one of the only words in the language that has all the vowels, so SEQUOIA.
Very cool, Charlie Dolan.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. Thanks
Thank
so
you very much.
Really appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Bill.
Yeah. And we'll be back in a minute with a little dollars and cents. Stay with us.